We got a bunch of disturbing shit probably still. So, she kills her sister. She swapped places, killed her sister, and now we're gonna see what probably happens after. And it's probably gonna get pretty fucking weird. I mean, oh, we got a police recap. And it's gonna get blamed on her sister. Hmm. Okay, now we got control again now. Oh shit. And that explains the whole arguing thing. went back to being insane. What do you think? How's that avenging his death? Wow, she really has gone fucking insane. Now, what happens next is the thing of interest. Not sure what he knocked for. All ended. Meaning in life is not easy to come by. It's not handed to you. One has to find that out themselves. What was that up with the end? Why did she go eh? All we got from the whole story basically was the main family in charge doesn't have any knowledge of what the fuck's going on. Wait, what? Was both psychology. I don't know what I made it to exactly. I mean, she landed on her head like. Not exactly like. Let me go back a like I thought this was supposed to be like. Was this like literal? I thought this was more like a metaphor. Like I wish that was what happened. See if like it. Yeah. But then see, she says like I love you, and it's like. Like, I mean, am I experiencing a dream? Is it being little? Because, I mean, it said, like... It doesn't show the text crawl. I am very confused, like, was it being little? She was in a motorcycle accident? That was a whole dream? Or Like, I took it as her saying, like, I wish this was all a dream and that I would wake up like I was in an accident or something. So I don't know if it's saying that she was in a motorcycle accident and now we're in reality and everything that happened was a dream, or if it's saying this as an example and now everything's just fucking weird. Like, I am genuinely confused right now. Also, what's interesting is the picture for Chapter 5 is actually this sprite with this outfit, which I don't think we even got to see until now, right? I don't think we've actually seen this outfit at all in this chapter. Also, hey, how are you doing, Leo? I can tell you, like, Chapter 5 is a fucking wide. I'm assuming it's Chapter 13. I mean, she fell off the balcony. So, she fell off the balcony. She fell off the balcony, said a bunch of shit. And then it's like, here comes the ground. Bye, I love you. And then, white screened. And then there was a scroll of text that's missing from between here that talked about a dream and a motorcycle accident and shit. And then we're here. So I'm just like, is this supposed to be like a whole second chance in actually taking care of her? Like, oh no. What the fuck? Wait, there's another chapter? Okay, apparently not. That's interesting. I don't think it ever gave us tips after after the last chapter before. I think that's. I'm pretty sure we never had one that gave us tips. Ooh, what we got here? So it's a 3 tips, right? Or was it 2 tips? Let me see if this is the one that says like this was worthless and shit. Yeah, this is the. So it was 2 tips then. And yeah, you know, I was expecting the whole hospital thing to get addressed. And it just fucking just fucking didn't do it. Now, a happy diary disowned. What the fuck are these? Huh. Hmm. Well, what's going on in here? Disowned. So that's the mother? Interesting time to see her for the first time. Hmm. I like. Should I rewatch that scene maybe? Like, I'm just kind of. I want to re-see that text scroll again. Ooh. Oh, sequence. Huh. Interesting. So both their mother and their grandmother both atoned for something. She atoned for marrying a Yakuza, but what did she atone for? Odd. Well, we got one more thing to do. We got the fourth wall breaking segment. Oh, this is a... Wait, what? Oh, is this the cradle? Oh, we're not gonna do the normal thing they've been doing? And here I was looking forward to all the Kyotos reacting to the bizarre shit that happened in this. That's a secret. Was my question? Who could I sympathize with if I was mortal? Are you saying? Is he asking me who I wouldn't mind being mortaled by? That's kind of a tough question there. That's not like a very easy question. Who would you feel okay being killed by? Like that's a bit of a tough one now. I think that I think has a lot of truth. I think that's why like Neo in that has like such an interesting fan base, because even though a lot of Kyotos in Drakengard and Neo, a lot of varying, a lot of varying of characteristics, I think it's the idea that you can sympathize with the person to some degree that makes it interesting. Exactly. Yeah, I'm assuming that's the cradle. Funny he had like a a computer backdrop of that. So there's no fourth wall breaking scene for this? Just a little heart to heart with the cradle? Oh, that's a tad disappointing to be honest. I mean, I was kind of looking forward to the cradle of that doing this thing. Is this the flashback thing? Oh. Yeah, that's the start of it. For a second there, I thought it froze. I was like, what? Let's see. Come on. Okay. So then this one should give me... Because I want to see the text scroll again. Fast forward. Now if I hit again, that's what stops it, right? Okay, clicking on the screen does it. Love you. And yeah, here comes the ground. Bye. I love you. Move. Yeah. We see a blood splat. Everything turns white. And then we get a text scroll. Once we read this. I wished so many times that everything was a dream, so I wrote it down, hoping for it to become true. Dreams and cartoons are often like this. There's a huge stack of sweets. I can't possibly eat them all. Try to reach for them, then somebody wakes me up. This dream has been a tremendously long one. I must have been sleeping for more than a year. Ah, that's right. I ran away from baseball practice. Stepped into the street when the light was red. Got hit by a motorcycle. I've been in a coma since then. I finally woke up. When I open my eyes, I see the hospital ceiling. And such Sotushun. Hey, see, this is why I don't really say their names, because half of them I can't say properly. I'm sorry that... Okay, so the one tip said that was the last line in the book. So then I think we'll post to interpret the what happens next being a scene. Well, no, he said that was the last thing in the book. So then this shouldn't be after. I'm pretty sure he said it was the last thing in the book. So I'm assuming this is just supposed to be some kind of fucking weird dream then. Like a dream, or it's somehow in the notebook or something. But yeah, this ain't weird. I didn't think it was. But I was kind of confused because I'm like, what? Because I initially took it that it was saying they wish to dream, and then this started happening. It was a scene in Person of Interest where one of the bad guys had to run in with another bad guy, and he was like, "What are you doing here?" Another one pulls a gun on him, and he just replies, "Fair enough." Wishful thinking. It's interesting they didn't do the whole fourth wall breaking thing in this one, though. Yeah, 13 chapters with an epilogue. What a fucking crazy hellscape that was. That was a really fucked up story. And to think, she went through all of that. Only to learn that the main family basically didn't have anything to do with it. Stretch. It's pretty fucked up, honestly. It's pretty fucking up. Pretty effed up. Yes, you've been eagerly saying that multiple times. I'm quite curious to see if we're going to be returning to the main character or somebody else. 2 chapters in a row, we've changed protagonists. Will we return to the comfy shoes of our main character? Or will we slip our feet into another? We got 6, 7, 8. 3 more chapters left. And it's only gotten weirder with each one. Well, I think hands down, the really important thing to take from this was the fact that the main family in charge apparently has no actual function with the course. So that's probably one really important thing. The other thing I think is very important to carry away is confirmation that the syringe that was found in chapter 2 was loaded with the weird drug that made the camera guy whip its throat out. So it goes to question, why did she have it, and why did she instantly attack her? Like, she wasn't even really provoked, like, into a self-defense situation. She assaulted her with the spray bottle and the syringe. It's very confusing. We never got between that or the hospital thing, I would want to know the syringe thing, because the hospital thing, I think at best is just a red herring that doesn't really matter. It probably doesn't really matter in the bigger picture, I don't think. Because remember, we're seeing different. So let's refer this as like timelines. We got timeline A, which is chapter 1, timeline B, which is chapter 2, timeline C, which is chapter 3. We don't know if chapter 4 is its own separate timeline or if it fits into one of these 3 timelines. And then we have chapter 5, which could very easily fit into the same spot of timeline B. So I don't think the hospital scene actually matters. I think it's just be confusion. As again, I think we're going in the direction that we're supposed to be finding information that's useful to carry on into the bigger picture. Question is, what is everything we need to carry on into the bigger picture? Well, like I said, if the game's functioning like the Five Nights at Freddy's novels / games, where they're 2 separate entities, but there's things in them that cross over, then it would make sense, though, to be things that obviously are red herrings or don't matter in the overall bigger plot. Like, for example, like her uncle coming back to life when he got murdered. That very well probably has no real purpose either. As confusingly strange as it is, it probably actually doesn't matter. It's probably just a red herring thing to get hung up on. I think the important thing is to find the information that carries over to different storylines and ultimately the true mystery, I guess you should say. I gotta say, ultimately, one thing I've been very curious to ask you about, but been pinching myself not to. So don't answer this. It's been tempting to ask, but don't answer it. I'm making very clear, don't answer it. But I've been very tempted to ask you, have we seen the mastermind? See, that's something my mind is debating on. When can we truly solve the mystery? Is it solvable in chapter 1? Or is it truly not solvable until near the end? I really appreciate a mystery that you could solve really early if you're really, really clever. I appreciate that kind of thing. It's a really nice detail. But yeah, by asking that question and getting an answer, that gives me too many hints then. Because, like, you know, let's say hypothetically you said, yes, you've seen the mastermind. Well, then all I have to do is disregard every new character that appears from now on. That, like, see, that's kind of, but to see if, like, say, the mastermind is a new character that hasn't appeared yet, then it might not be truly solvable until that point. So, see, like, answering either of those questions could give me too much information. So, like I said, I've been tempted to, but I know that for the betterment of the fun of solving it, it's not really a good idea. Give me a second. But, yeah. Weird, weird, weird. The head family wasn't in charge of it. So then what's the point of the 8th arc? There's eight chapters, right? If chapter 7's the reveal, then I'm pretty sure there was 8, right? Of course, don't answer that. Don't answer why, of course. That's a rhetorical question. Pretty sure there were 8 chapters. Yeah, there were 8 chapters. And let me check on, like... Now, there is some side game. So, I don't have that, which is actually on sale, so I probably need to buy that. See, I don't know, like, when this one takes place. See, this one doesn't have any chapter name associated to it at all. I'm not really sure if that's like some side game or something. See, do you know anything about... Do you know anything about this one? It doesn't have a chapter number. I do not own it. There's 1 through 8, that, and then there's a different game, which I'm assuming is like something else they made to wipe off the when they cry thing. Yeah, because it looks like I bought those apparently on a sale. I'm not really familiar with those ones. Yeah, I don't have this one, so I don't know what that one's about. Well, obviously I don't want to look there. Oh, that's dangerous. However, if you want to look that up for me, since you obviously know the story, so you can see whether it's actually something meaningful that I should actually play or not really worry about anytime soon, I would actually appreciate that. Obviously, don't tell me the plot, just tell me whether it's very significant to play or not. If it's not, then it'll be on a back burner. If it is, then I'll add it to, like, probably, I probably won't immediately play it after 8, because I know this has been very long. I know some people want me to move on to a different game. So I did say 1 through 8. So if I do it, It'll be probably my own side project to do on like a Saturday or something. Or maybe on Monday. You know, that could actually work for a Monday project probably. By the way though, I would appreciate that. Because I don't know what it is, and I obviously don't want to look it up, because that's danger Will Robinson territory there. So if I want to figure it out, I need to do it before chapter 7. Hmm. 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 Tough question. What's behind all this? Is it man-made? Was it the occult? Is it gods? Is it demons? What in blazes is going on? See, like I said when I first started, like chapter 2, I have played another series, a really good series, that deals with the concept of like going to different timelines, with like keeping your consciousness. Now, nobody has really seemingly to actually done that in this series. Really, there were a few minutes I wondered about a sequel. It has the little priest girl on it, so it obviously has something to do with this. Huh. Well, I guess after I'm done with chapter 8, I guess I can maybe look a little into it, maybe. If it's a sequel, I mean, that means like it was like a Final Fantasy like full expansion thing, like they did that like after years. That's what I was thinking. So it's like a Higurashi after years thing. Well, maybe there's a good ending it for once. Mastermind. See, like I said, like I appreciate a mystery that lets you solve it early. Like Danganronpa V3 is really amazing that way. Like you could actually figure out the mastermind really early in the game. It's kind of funny. But I don't know if this is the type of game that's giving us enough information to do that, or whether it's just the kind of thing where it's waiting to the end to actually do all that. Maybe, like, I'll make a chart thing and talk about my possible theories with each character being a possibility as a suspect. That might be something interesting to start chapter 6 with. A whole little chart thing. Every single character, possible reason of motive, why I would think they did it. That might be something kind of interesting to do. Anyway, though, I've blabbled enough here. So, we got chapter 5 done. So, next is chapter 6. It was pretty long, but I don't feel like we came out with a lot of information. Main house is supposedly not involved, and we're confused about what the hell was up with the priest girl. Why did she assault her? Unprovoked on it. It's very strange. And then there's still a mysterious main female lead who continues to be very confusing. Demoned in one chapter and a mystery solver in another. What's interesting is that scene in the Wayne. Like, she still had that weird demon kind of presence, so she might, like, I'm wondering if I'm wondering if we'll get to see her own perspective between some of that, maybe. Because, like, I'm wondering if maybe in a similar vein, there's a little bit more to her involvement in the background of that situation. So pretty weird. All I know is I wouldn't want to live in that timeline. That timeline, chapter 2 and 5 got super fucked, man. Super duper fucked. Oof. Oh yeah, and see there, right there, down there. So yeah, that's Cradle then. I don't know, like if it's the main Cradle or not, but yeah, I think it's time to pack up. How many people we got? We got people we can do a wait with. Looks like we do. We do. So we'll quickly thank everyone. Leo for joining, Calissa for joining, Lex for the wait, Danarchy for joining, Titanium. uh, ah, yeah. Ah, man. I feel so bad they waited when I went on a break. That sucked. Nika, Amy, Danarchy, thank you all for joining today. Okay, Leo. I'll see you on Discord. But yeah, thank you all for joining. Thanks, Lakes, for the wade. I'm so sorry for the bad timing on that, like, it really sucked when ah man, that did.